Alright, I've been debating whether to make this video because it's, kind of a divisive subject and my opinions probably will ruffle some feathers. I don't care. You know, I've spent 10 years of my life as an active alcoholic. You can't live like that and be worried about what other people think of you. People's opinion of me, I could care less, could not care any less. But this is a subject and something that's happening in California that I feel like everybody needs to know about, especially if you value life and the life of babies. They apparently are trying to amend some piece of their legislation to. I'll just read the bill to you here. That way, I don't get anything wrong, and it's in the wording. But I came across a short video by a guy named Shane Winnings, I think is his name. He was talking about this bill in California, AB 2223. And his video really got to me because, he's in the inset picture, there's a little picture of his baby, a little 4-week-old baby. And, 28 days old. And it's gotten old traction. Good for him. But if you haven't seen it, please share this with other people so that they can find out what's going on. This is crazy. It's insane. They decided to try and amend a bill that required anyway. If you don't know what perinatal means, here's a little refresher course if you've forgotten. According to the Oxford Dictionary, perinatal is an adjective, and it's relating to the time, usually a number of weeks, immediately before and after birth, typically 4 weeks or 28 days. You know that. AB 2223, an existing law, requires a county coroner to hold inquests to inquire into and determine the circumstances, manner, and cause of violent, sudden, unusual deaths, including deaths related to or following a known or suspected self-induced or criminal abortion. Existing law requires a coroner to register a fetal death after 20 weeks of gestation, unless it is the result of a legal abortion. If a physician was not in attendance at the delivery of the fetus, existing law requires the coroner to state on the certificate of fetal death the time of fetal death, the direct causes of the fetal death, and the conditions, if any, that gave rise to these causes. This bill would delete the requirement that a coroner hold inquests for deaths related to or following known or suspected self-induced or criminal abortion, and would delete the requirement that an unattended fetal death be handled as a death without medical attendance. The bill would prohibit using the coroner's statements on the certificate of fetal death to establish, bring, or support a criminal prosecution or civil cause of damages to any person. That's what they're trying to get past there. So, quite a bit to unpack. The Reader's Digest version boils down to, right now, if a woman is suspected of self-inducing an abortion, or someone not authorized by the state of California to perform abortions performs an abortion, it is to be investigated as an unlawful death. This amendment to that bill will keep them from doing it, prohibit them, county coroners, from investigating these as a criminal act. if a baby survives a botched abortion, either by the mother self-inducing an abortion or some back alley hack, and then dies within 28 days of delivery, it will not be investigated as a criminal death. In other words, if by some miracle the baby is able to go home with the mother, and this woman that has already tried to end her baby's life once decides it is crying too much and puts a pillow over its face to suffocate the baby and finish what was already begun, there will be no criminal charges. There'll be no investigation. Just an unattended death. This is what evil looks like, folks. Anyone that knows me knows how I feel about abortion. I believe it is an abomination to God. I believe life begins at conception, and there are only a handful of reasons an abortion should ever be considered. And unwanted sexual contact is not one of them. By unwanted sexual contact, I hope you guys are catching my drift. I don't think the algorithm will like if I say the R word that rhymes with grape. But I also don't believe the government has the right to tell someone what they can and cannot do with their body. I wish we lived in a world where every life was cherished and precious, whether by the birth parents or by adoptive parents. Abortion should never be the go-to option for birth control, or because, oops, went out to the bar on a date, got a little tipsy, and decided to do the horizontal mambo with the hunky doorman. Now you have a little bouncer growing away in your belly. Ideally, the world would be a place where morally this whole chain of events wasn't even an option. If you don't have the morals and respect for yourself to wait for marriage, most people don't, this is the 21st century. There are many, many options for preventing pregnancy. You can go to your doctor and get any number of different things to keep you from getting pregnant. In combinations of things, you can make sure you do not get pregnant. I think they actually just approved one for men, a birth control pill for men. And, that's going to be a game changer for, the guys out there that don't want to get trapped into a marriage or, 18 years of child support just because some little cutie let him get in her pants. But, it's this is not right. This is evil. The world we're living in is crazy. Be careful out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your eyes on the future and your heart on God. So this one's going to ruffle a few feathers, so tell me what you think down in the comments. Hit the like button or the dislike button, entirely your choice. But you did watch till the end, so unless you're rage watching, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Share this far and wide. Hopefully enough people will see this, and maybe people can get something to change. Till next time, Renaissance Redneck, out.